Hey, what's going on, everybody? John Riggs here.
Ernie Sosi, Rez Marquis with John and Ernie.
Nice. So, man, I am so excited for today's episode, you know?
Yeah, me too. Yep.
It just seems like every time we always seem to try to push the bar just a little bit more with our guests, right?
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's going to be great.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we both know this guy that we'll be bringing on personally.
Everyone knows him.
Oh, yeah. You know, especially around the powwow scene.
Got you wondering, huh? Yeah, that's right. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so, but before we do that, man, how was your weekend, bro?
It was good, man. I've been on a little whirlwind of a tour.
Uh-huh.
Nevada tour with James Ernie.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
So I was in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know this, but Las Vegas is actually an acronym, right? It stands for LAS, leaving all safety of your home, of your church, of your family. Vegas, VEGAS, right? Violating every one of God's awesome scriptures. That's Vegas, man. Everything goes. Nothing goes, man. Vegas, right? They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
So
right?
he's not telling us all of the rest of the story. So yeah, we'll leave that in Vegas.
But that's no. Yeah, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But what happens on the res, everybody knows.
Everybody
about
knows it, man. You know, I could keep going with that, but I think I'll just stop right there.
And what happens on the Res Marquis, everyone knows about it. But yeah, no, it's good. It was good, man.
Yeah, man. Is there anything interesting that happened? You know, during your stay in Vegas?
Well, yeah, actually, I met a celebrity of sorts, a musician.
Oh, really?
Cool dude, man. We became instant brothers. I actually met two people that were just click. Have you ever met someone you just click? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those moments, you know. They were you know, just cool people.
Yeah.
One guy's name is Brian Hopkins. He's with the band Elvis Monroe, pretty big band.
Oh, okay.
Country. And him and I hit it off, man. You know, and became friends. And
Okay.
he's got his own podcast. Check it out, Hero's Journey.
Yeah.
Brian Hopkins, you know, and so he's a cool dude. And then I got to meet a pro rodeo announcer.
Whoa.
Native guy, Crow from Montana.
Oh, okay.
Crow. His name is Ray Champ.
He was down there too.
Yeah, man. So I got new brothers and entertainments, and you know,
Cool.
just it's cool, man.
Yeah, I think the only person that I think that is at a higher profile would be Josh Brolin. You know.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny how we met. It was on the set of what was the
Outer Range.
Outer Range. Yeah. So I was just kind of hanging out, eating my lunch, and then he just kind of rolls up and starts talking to me, and I'm sitting there eating my sandwich, and they asked if I could take some photos
Pass
with
the
them.
salt. Just kidding.
You have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah.
But no, he came up to me and he's like, how's it going? How you doing? I'm like, cool, And I didn't have that vibe, like that intimidated vibe.
Oh, yeah,
He was so cool that we just carried on a normal conversation, man. Like
Exactly.
just like two dudes,
Yeah, and when people are celebrities are cool like that, it's awesome. Man.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
When they're just down to earth, laid back, just human beings, man. So it's all about.
Exactly. So if you ever see us on the road or on the street, or in the sidewalk,
Yeah.
just we're just normal res dudes.
Yeah, that's all I've ever been. Well, but I do get people every now and then. They'll be like, "Man, I saw you at a restaurant or something." And they're like, wanted to come say hi, but I don't want to bother you, But I'm like, nah, man. I don't mind people coming up to me and saying hello.
Yeah.
Taking a picture. Or
Yeah.
whatever. But sometimes, man, there's been a couple times where like I was late to somewhere and just then someone's like, "Hey, Ernie," right? I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Just his head out, and they're like, "Dang, that guy's stuck up."
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's hard to get off that, to not give off that impression,
Yeah.
I remember a time where, my family and I went to the casino. I think it was the, not Isleta, one of the casinos
The other
here.
one.
Yeah, the other one. So anyways, we were there, we're just in there having a fish sandwich. There was a native family that, obviously, knew who I was, and they were sitting kind of diagonal to us, as we're sitting down eating, and they started to, just kind of give you that look, like.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out who it was. Oh, yeah.
You know what we call that? I call that the sighting. There's been a sighting.
There was a sighting. Yeah, and then you catch them at the corner of your eye. You're like, oh, great, So then, they start to do that thing. You go over there. No, you go over there. Go get the picture.
It's funny because we can hear them, right? We can hear them, the conversation of, I think it's him. Yeah, it is him. Ah, man, he's chubbier than that. I can hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, he looks skinnier on film. That's not him.
Yes, I am.
But no, they came over, and of course the awkward moment is when you're sitting there eating, right?
Oh yeah.
And then they want to take, oh hey, do you mind if I get a photo with you?
Right
You're
there.
like, in the middle of your sandwich, you're like, all right, let's do this,
Yeah.
And then all the kids are embarrassed,
You just reminded me of something in that moment, right? Why is it you're at a restaurant, as soon as you take a huge bite, right, the waitress comes over and says, everything all right? And you're like, you got to shake your head like a horse.
Yeah. Every time, it never
time, man.
fails,
Murphy's
man.
Law.
So when you're taking a bite of that sandwich, or even if you're, but the times that you want them to acknowledge you, like you want a refill on your coffee or something, they always, they ignore you.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you're like, oh man. So then you put your coffee down, and you go to take your sandwich. Can I help you?
Exactly.
So, Father's Day just passed, bro.
Father's Day, man, was a good one. Right? Pretty confusing for you, huh? Just kidding. Get it? Yeah. That was an awkward moment there.
No, man, that was actually off our other episodes.
I thought he was going to get that joke.
So if you guys didn't watch the last episode, of course, I brought in this whole thing about, Mr. Moms,
Yeah.
And I told Ernie that, it's awkward that, you don't know what was it,
Well, for some dads, it's probably confusing because, they got kids from different places.
Yeah, being a single father and not knowing who the mother is.
Oh, that's right. That's right, yeah. I forgot about that one, yeah.
So, that was great. But, how was your Father's Day, man?
It was really good, man. Family got me some cool gifts, some manly gifts.
Oh, yeah?
Got some
What was the manliest gift that you got?
The manliest gift I got was an axe.
Oh, man, that doesn't get any...
Man, no kidding. It was one of those new axes with the plastic handles, and it's nice. I got some knives. I like knives. I collect knives, so they got me some blades.
So you were swinging it around the house, and everybody was kind of wondering why they got it for you.
That's it, man. I got some camping gear, outdoor. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's
just,
great.
Real typical man gifts,
Yeah.
Outdoor stuff, knives. Yeah, that's me, man.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I didn't really have, really much. I mean, my son got me a big old steak, which I appreciate. It was a 30-ounce. What do you call those?
30 ounce or
It was a 30-ounce tomahawk. That's what they
a
call
tomahawk steak.
Yeah,
Because you're native.
one.
Because you're native.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was. But hey, man, we got an awesome guest coming up, like we said.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be great.
So today we have a special guest, like we had said beginning. Everybody should know this guy. The guy was funny. He's hilarious. I've known him for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And you've known him for quite a while.
Yeah.
Very good friends of ours. But we'll join him right after the short break.
Boom. Don't go away.
Kamdon, metakweapi. The song that I'm going to play for you, my relatives, is a song that I composed in the Pepash, Nachetetam Pepash language, also known as the Maricopa people. The song was under the advisement of my uncle, the late Buddy Gates, who spoke fluent Pepash Maricopa language. I would like to share this song for you at this time. Vatsunti wa machon. Achoi vatzom shupam. Nyayashpash. Vatzon ziwamakon. Achoi vatzon shupam. Nyayashpash. Vatzon tiwamakon. Vatzon tiwamakon. I dedicate this song to all of you, my relatives on Turtle Island. Oh, hecha tokiapo. The next song I want to play for you, it comes from the Dakota Nation. The song, I also consulted my elders. It's a love song. And it is a very, very pretty song that I composed. And I'd like to share that song with you. And hope you enjoy it. Kodawa nichiumpo, Kodawa nichiumpo, Kodawa nichiumpo, Kodawa nichiumpo, Mato akiaduta miedo, Mitakuye peki wicha wechi eloa edod Chante washte yuhaye rote Chante washte yuhaye rot Hey, chawa, willow, hey, chawa, willow, chante, oh, shishila, chante, oh, shishila, hi, hi, ho, metakwe apikele, hitake ape. I want to thank all of you, my relatives, for this time and enjoying the music that I can share. I will be playing other places soon in the future here. And in this way, through the blessings of my instruments and my flute, may great-grandfather Creator bless each and every one of all the relatives here on Turtle Island. Ho, ahechetoyo, he come down there, makayok.
Welcome back, everybody. All I can say is wow.
That's it. Double wow. Awesome.
So, I mean, if you guys are just now tuning in, or if you just watched, before we went to break, we have today with us Robert Tree Cody.
The one and only.
The one and only. So how are you, man? Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm doing okay. I've been kind of keeping myself safe and things like that. But other than that, though, everything's been going quite well. Creator has blessed me in many ways.
Man, awesome. That's right. Yeah. Man, I haven't seen you for a long time, bro. It's been a lot of years.
Well, we've been keeping up with you, Ernie, man, on the movies you've been in, you know, so.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, we sit there and we watch a lot of you, and then, of course, John, we see you too a lot, you know, so, you know, this is an honor for me to be here with you gentlemen, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
No, I think it's an honor for you to be here, you know. I've known you for quite some time, you know, I've been to a lot of your shows, your performances, and we've been out in Gallup. We did a couple of things out there, and you know, it's just great to actually have you here now. You know, you've seen how far we've come with the show, and how far I've come personally, you know, with my career. So it's great, you know, having you back.
Thank you. Thank you very
talk
much.
To you some more.
You bet. Yeah, this is a very, very good program that could be, you know, wide for all relatives, you know, throughout the Indian
That's right,
country,
all relatives.
All relatives, you know.
So not just the Reyes folks, man. We're talking everybody.
Yeah.
Wow, so man, your flutes, man, it's these are this awesome way just to, you know, to express yourself. Music,
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe tell us a little bit about your flutes too.
Well, I started playing when I was 5 years old. I was a little boy, 5 years old. I was back home among my Dakota people. And I seen his item hanging on the wall, and I asked him, I said, Lala hecha taku kite heayo. What is that on the wall here? Oh, he goes, Shiotanka kele hecha odawanki. There's a flute song, you play songs. I go, oh. He brought it down and he showed me, and I looked at it. And that's what got me started in playing then. And I started playing flute all the time. But throughout the years, I did a lot of powwowing, mostly because I was a fancy dancer when I was very young. I was considered one of the tallest fancy dancers they've ever seen, you know, at that time. And then I switched over later on into the traditional powwow world. But during my travels as a dancer, I got to meet many, many flute players, many elders, some that were well in their hundreds that taught me. There were beautiful songs, love songs, lullabies, honor songs, things like that. So that's how I started playing the flute.
Okay.
One year I came to Phoenix, Arizona, and I had heard about Canyon Records. And I said, well, I'll go in the office and I'll see them. At that time, the late Mr. Ray Boley was the head of Canyon. I went in there and I go, good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Robert Tree Cody. I do Native American flute, and I'm damn good. Robert Doyle, the assistant there, he goes, well, let's see what you got. I played a real pretty tune. Could you step out for a moment? Okay. I stepped out and they called me back in. Can we record next week? And that's what got me on the path. That's what got me on the path.
It's an awesome story. Now, one thing I like about you, Robert, is you're not only a flute player, but you also speak, you know, a lot of a native language, man. Like, if you're gonna introduce yourself, how would you do that?
Well, I'd introduce myself, and I do speak both the Dakota and the Maricopa language. I'll start off with in the traditional way of my mother's people, since we are very matrilineal among our tribes. Come dun, ya kas makwet net samolak. Ya pipash shaman ya khaichitam pipash ma se etom. Etom ne te pipash ne ketom ne. This is the way we talk in the Maricopa language. Oh, mitakwe apikele hechake. Mie mato waki aduta, Robert Tree Cody hechake apado. Ma dakota oyate kede hecha, wichasha kede he, o yapado he ha. Na dakota ke he, o washte doki apado.
Man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Hey, what about Navajo?
Hey. Well, surprisingly, she Robert Tree Cody, yeah. Ado she mama sene iseche do ketaha dene do Salt River Agency Lehigh Community Bastis Chin. Ado she je Dakota dene do Saskatchewan, Canada, dear.
Man, wow. Hey.
Damn.
No. So I like about,
he's a lot better than I am.
Yeah, first time I met Robert, man, we're having a meal, and you know, each entertainer would come in, right? I walk in, so hey, yate, you know, and then someone from Lakota comes, hey, I'm talking about y'all saying. This guy's speaking all kind of languages, man.
He's brothers with everybody.
That's one thing I always liked about you, Robert, is that your capability of just picking up language.
Such is the magic of the flute.
Yeah,
You know, the magic of the flute. It heals. It brings people together, and it's just a very, very interesting instrument to play.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, and the last time we met was over in Gallup, and you played there at the that gathering. What was the name of that?
Gallup Ceremonial?
Yeah, the Gallup Ceremonial. And you played a song. It was the first time it was played with the flute. Which song was that?
Well, I did several different ones over there at Gallup. I did one with the White Buffalo.
Yeah.
They brought the White Buffalo out, and he was like from me to where your cameras are, that's a distance. And when I started playing, that buffalo danced. And then the second time I did something for them again was with an eagle, the golden bald eagle.
Okay,
It was a bald eagle. That's the one I was over there. And that bald eagle and I, man, we looked to each other, man, and we caught the communication on that. So it may have been one of those times. Sometimes too, I do these songs of introduction to the people. You know, I have a song that I sing to introduce myself to the people and to honor the place that I'm at there. You know, so that may have been that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a good song, John. Huh?
Yeah, it was actually a very famous song that you did. It might have been White Satins. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
John, show us. Just kidding.
Oh no, my flute days are over.
What it is I do have a playback to John Lennon's Imagine.
That's what it was. Imagine.
Yeah. And Nights on White Satin, and I played.
Nights on White Satin.
I played the native flute to the playback.
Okay.
On that song, so.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool.
That is really cool.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah, that's cool when you can mix up like a contemporary music, you know.
Well, that's the idea. That's the idea. I want to show the world that we, as Native American people, can play our music along with the non-Native communities in the world.
That's
Yeah.
Right on. And we, as Native people, can have a talk show called The Les Marquis.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about your flutes.
Well, these flutes have been given to me as gifts. I do know how to make flutes. I've made them before.
Yeah.
But these were gifts that were given to me. This one here that I have, I'll show you, was given to me by a gentleman back east there. He makes these special flutes that look like the crane, and that's what that represents, the crane. When they say you play the flute, especially among the eastern tribes, they say you play your flute melodiously, as if he was floating on water.
Wow.
That's how they say that. So that's how this is made in the style of that bird. This one here, though, is very unique because this was made in the style of my Indian name. My traditional Indian name is Matoa Kiaduta, which means Red Thunder Bear. I received that through a ceremony years ago. And as you can see, the red bear paw on the flute here as well, and the bear, and then your lightning.
Oh, yeah.
This is all inlay.
Man.
Wow.
Nice.
It's
That's
all
really
inlay
cool.
work. Everything, the bear paws, everything is all inlay. When you feel the bear block here, as you can feel it, it feels like he's got hair.
Oh, yeah.
You can see that. You can feel it. See, he's
That's cool.
yeah. And this is a very, very nice flute too, as well. This is done in the key of F sharp. So, and then this one here is a nice flute that was made by a gentleman who's from the Lumbee Nation of North Carolina. He now lives in Texas. His name is Butch Hall. And I've been having him make flutes for me for years, and they have him concert tunes these.
Okay.
Yeah, these flutes are concert tuned.
Okay.
To play, like if I have to play with a Philharmonic Orchestra, you know, that kind of stuff, because, you know, our scale is much different than the non-native world. You know, our musical scale is much different. And I know there's a pentatonic and a catatonic, but I don't know which one it is. So,
Yeah.
When I have a big meal, I'm catatonic.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time,
Yes.
you know, Tree, and you know, it's good to catch up with you. It's been a while, you know, and I'm glad that I got to catch up on our show, you know, and you know, talk a little bit more about your flutes and things, you know. As long as I've known you, you know, I didn't really get to actually see the instruments that you played, you know. So it's really good that, you know, our viewers out there get to see that and learn a little bit about, you know, what it is you do. Yeah. And
One of the most interesting trips I took was with my relative Kevin Locke. His Indian name is Tokea Naja, which means he who stands first. He and we did a 3-month tour of Mexico, Central, and South America. And you want to talk about culture.
Yeah.
Was in Mexico. I got to meet with many of the Mexica, the Totonacas, the Huichols, many of the different tribes. Now, there are over 360 some odd tribes still alive today in Mexico. 52 dialects that are spoken in the Nahuatlian language. But we went farther down. We went into Yucatan, El Salvador, Honduras, and met up with the Pipile, descendants of the Mayans. We had the chance to go into their cities, but we listened to their music. Oh, it is so ancient.
yeah.
Ancient and everything. And going all the way into the Andean mountains of the Aymara and the Quechua. That was an experience and a half. Listening to these young men play these different type of what they call la quena, and it plays it like that. It was a 9-year-old boy that showed me how to play the pan flutes.
Oh man.
This guy,
I seen those, yeah.
This little guy was amazing with it. He was really good with it. So, but that was one of my most amazing trips of knowing the different ways of the flute as well.
Yeah.
And these flutes have taken you all over the world, man. You know, that's awesome to see.
Yeah,
You know?
wanted to share the world the music. And,
Yes, definitely.
Well, thank you for sharing it with us here today.
Yeah.
Les Marquis, appreciate that.
It definitely was a pleasure.
Thank
All
you,
right,
gentlemen.
Robert. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
we
Yeah.
look forward to
Thank
seeing
you.
you again on the
Oh,
show
yeah.
sometime.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that wraps it up for today. You all have a great day.